Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This here is the Sony a7R5, and on front I've got the 28 to 105 f2.8. I'm here in Bank. I'm going to be walking throughout the streets of London on this beautiful sunny day, seeing how good this lens is. Now, first things first, is 28 is nice and wide, so you can get some nice wide shots with it. And then obviously 105 is nice and punched in, so you can also get some nice compression. Now, a similar lens that I've used would be the 35 to 150, but the difference between this and that lens is you get that wider 28mm, and it's not as heavy. Firstly, it's nice, it's a nice weight, and secondly, it doesn't go all the way to 150, but I've got high hopes for it. It's got a nice throw on it for those that want to know. It's not too far between 28 and 105, and it's nice and simple to use. You've got a couple buttons, you've got a lock button, and you've got a click. So if you want to click for the aperture or not, that is totally up to you, depending on what you want to use it for. So that's all of the fun stuff out of the way. All of the photos in today's video are edited in my presets. Link in the description. You get 188 desktop presets and 164 mobile presets for $12 or £10. Let's carry on and get some photos. I'm going to start off with some nice compression shots maybe, or I don't know, let's just sit here for a little bit and see what we can capture. The aim is not to go too far today really. I just want to test this lens to see how good it is, to see how fast it is. It seems to be picking up focus nice and good. Doesn't seem to be any issues. Of course, these are just test shots. You can see them on the screen as I'm taking them. I'm just seeing how they are, and then we'll get more into it as we get warmed up. But I'm just having a nice play with it at the moment because I haven't used this lens before, so it's nice to get acquainted with the lens. But it seems pretty good, seems really sharp as well, which of course we expect nothing less from Sigma. Well, that's nice. I don't have a CPL on me, but I can't say it. It's the new Ferrari, but it's unfortunately I do not have a CPL on me. Let's get a nice shot of it. But yeah, ideally you'd have a CPL on for this. I'm walking towards London Bridge to get some shots of people walking in front of Tower Bridge. But as I am, just getting some nice detail shots, kind of facing down towards the people walking. So I have got this shot multiple times before, but I'm thinking with the sun coming through, it'll look quite nice. Quite nice. It'll look better than quite nice. I think it'll look really good. So just kind of like wait here. It's quite a unique photo. Kind of just carrying a wheel from a bicycle. Landscape. This is a really just nice clean shot of Tower Bridge. You've got Canary Wharf in the background. Before we carry on, I want to talk about today's sponsor, Honeybook. If you're running your own business like I am, then Honeybook is going to be an actual game changer for you. Honeybook has basically become my behind the scenes team. It has an amazing AI, so I can ask it stuff like how to price a shoot, or if I want to upsell returning clients, and it gives solid advice right there in the app. Then the email drafts. It replies in my tone, and after that I barely have to touch it. It even takes meeting notes for me, automatically from Honeybook, Google, or Calendly. Before a client call, it'll send you a recap with all of the information. No scrambling, just chill and show up. Now I've actually got time back to do things that I want to do, like going out and shooting specific things that I want to go and do while this runs in the background. If you want to work like you've got a team of 10, but it's just you, then this is for you. Down in the description, there is a link for you to go and click. Go and sign up. You get a 7-day free trial. Head down, check out some more information, and if you have any questions, comment below. Are you sure? You sure? You sure?
You sure you're alright?
I'm sorry, there's no damage. Maybe damage. There's no damage. Look.
There is. There is.
You alright? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Just take a breathe. Take a breather, because
Okay,
you're gonna be full of adrenaline. Just take a breather.
No, I just.
Just have a second.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, but I know.
Dude, just take a second, because the
I
adrenaline.
know, I need to go lecture right now. Fuck.
Just have a second. I know, but just have a second.
Do you want water?
No, I'm good. I already got water. I'm got water. Thank you.
Just have a second
Yeah,
though.
do take 5 minutes.
Just take 5, because it's a big hit, all right?
Yeah, he's right. Just a minute.
Thank you, but I can't. I already have water in my bag.
It's all right.
Man, I just
You just need a minute.
Okay, sorry.
Let me pass.
Just breathe. Yeah, just park up so you're out of the way, and then just have a break, because otherwise you'll you get on the road and the adrenaline will just go. Just have a second.
I know.
But this chap is right. Just give yourself 5 minutes to come around. You know.
But I don't want to get charged for this. Like,
No,
No.
Don't look at you.
You're not getting charged. It's not your fault, bro.
Don't be worried about anything like that.
No, and anyway.
Just get yourself together in a couple of minutes and you'll be fine. Don't you worry about it, man.
as much as I want to stay, I have to go.
Okay.
He's off, is he?
He's gone. Well, that was a bit of excitement. Dude come flying down, which he was rightfully so to do. And I thought, oh, he's going a bit too quick. And the the Uber driver cut across him. And just, he slammed into the side of him. Jeez. Might be a cool shot of the dude through the steam at 105mm. Again, it is the first time using this lens. I'm really enjoying it so far. And I've been carrying it now for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and it's not too heavy. Normally at this point, with the 35-150, I would definitely be feeling it and be wanting to put it down by now. This is lighter. Actually, I put on the screen the 2 different weights between the two. Obviously, they're not directly comparable because they're not really competitors, but I would definitely be choosing between the two. I wouldn't be having both because it doesn't make sense to have a 28-105 and a 35-150. So I was hoping this puddle would be here because you can get quite a unique shot. A shot of like the silhouette of people going kind of up there, which is nice with like the city in the background. So St. Paul's on the left of the screen, people walking through, getting them on the right. We're at 250 per second, f5.6, ISO 320. So got this couple here who are walking towards one of my favourite spots in London. I've waited for the light to get a little bit better, which you can see it is now. I'm going to use these. Well, I'm at Trafalgar Square for context. I'm going to use these as a bit of a natural frame. So 28mm. Wait for people to walk through the frame. I think this is the best. I mean, there's multiple options, so we'll get one here, and then I'll look around for a different option as well. Let's go. I really like being able to have like 28 and 105 because you obviously get the best of both worlds. It's a lovely morning now, so let's have a look. See if this dude is going to move, because he's quite a nice subject. And I guess this is one of, if not the main reason why a telephoto is actually really good for street photography, because at 28mm we can get this photo, at 105 we can get this photo. And I think that's one of the main advantages to a telephoto. Obviously the major disadvantage is it's a lot heavier than walking around with a prime lens. That being said, if you're traveling or visiting a city, or if you're, going somewhere temporarily, I think a telephoto might be the way to go. And the reason I'm happy to say that, I understand that the purist street photographers will massively disagree with me, but it's not necessarily about taking the best image. It's about being able to cover all bases when you are traveling or visiting a new city. Yes, you can take it more seriously, and you can take an array of, primes. For example, you could take a 24mm prime, a 35mm prime, an 85mm prime, a 50mm prime, but you essentially get all of that nearly in this one lens. You get a 28, 35, 50, 70, 85, 105, and it's an f2.8. I'm not saying that this is going to replace those prime lenses, but if you're going somewhere and you need that versatility, that variety of photo, then of course it's really important to have the option there. And I don't think it's about this or that. It's just about what's the easiest way to do the thing you want to do when you're going out and photographing in a city or a new place. And I think a telephoto is that, personally. Of course, we can all have opinions, we can all disagree and agree, and there is no right or wrong answer. But if you are looking for a nice, tasty, versatile lens, then I do recommend the 28 to 105 f2.8 from Sigma, because it's a great lens. It's well built, it's not too heavy, and I'm enjoying it a lot.